For years, certain people in the industry turned their noses up and treated Monique as if she was a clown. But what happens when those same people have to face her when their career is spiraling on the way down? Let's discuss. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. Hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. I'm coming at you guys today talking about Lee Daniels apologizing to the famed comedian by the name of Monique.
I am so sorry for hurting you in any way that I did. Y'all, she was my best friend. My best friend. Y'all think that Precious was just, that was God working through both of us. And we gonna fucking do it again. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Staten Island.
Now, if you guys don't know who Lee Daniels is because you live under a rock, Lee Daniels is one of the few prominent black directors in Hollywood. Lee Daniels was over a slew of projects, like The Butler, for example, and then we have Empire, and then we had that show Star. And the most notable project that really took him to the level that he was at in Hollywood today was that one project by the name of Precious. Now, the movie Precious was much deeper than a tragic drama comedy. The movie Precious stemmed three things. For one, it got Monique an Oscar. Two, it got Lee Daniels to the prominence that he's in Hollywood. And for three, it is the main thing that caused a rift and bad blood between Monique and Lee Daniels. Now, I don't want to go full on into the history because you guys probably already know. It caused a rift between those two because, for one, Lee Daniels paid Monique $50,000 to do the movie. The movie premiered at Sundance. Mind you, when this movie came out, Lee Daniels didn't have money like that. Like, he didn't have money to pay Monique her worth, but they were friends, and she did the movie as a favor, and nobody thought that this movie was going to get big. Like, nobody thought that this movie was going to be Oscar status. Things got real for everybody when Oprah and Tyler Perry hopped on it, became executive producers, and they wanted Monique to go out and promote the movie basically for free. They wanted her to go out and do a whole entire press tour when she was like, I wasn't paid for that. But she didn't do any of that. She did a little bit of promotion, I think, on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and that was about it. Fast forward, Monique gets her Oscar award for the movie, and the one thing she did that pissed Lee Daniels off was that she did not thank the director, cast, crew. She didn't thank anybody. And Lee Daniels was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and fix her ass. So what he did was went behind her back and basically blackballed her in Hollywood, saying that she was like the typical, stereotypical, like hard to work with, difficult black woman. First off, let's talk about Lee Daniels for a second. Y'all, Lee Daniels is weird. Lee Daniels is weird, socially awkward. He makes me cringe. I will never forget this interview on the Wendy Williams show that happened about 3 or 4 years ago. He sat on that show and it was just so painful to watch, you guys. Like, he is somebody that should truly stay behind the scenes.
You and your boyfriend have been in a good relationship for quite a moment now.
Years. Yeah, for 7 years.
Now he's an early 30 and you're a late 50.
Yeah.
But somehow you both look the same age there. I mean, you know, there's something to be said for being with a younger man.
I suck baby's blood and put it on my face.
Okay.
Just joking, Hollywood world. No.
The main thing that bothers me about Lee Daniels is that, you know, it is very sad and true that people will switch up on you. When he was trying to get his start in the industry, you know, when he was beginning, down and out, trying to get some clout, Monique was the one, probably like the most famous person that he knew that could call on that would do him a favor and really get on this movie and act her ass off. I seriously believe that Lee Daniels, once he got a little bit of taste of like clout and fame, like he just got enthralled in it and forgot who his friends were. I feel like during that whole entire press room with Precious, he forgot who Monique was to him and wanted to appease the bigwigs, i.e. Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. And y'all, I hate to sound so pessimistic in this video because this should be a full circle moment for Monique. Like, this is something that she has been asking for and damn near begging for for almost the last 10 years at this point, you guys. And, you know, it's just like to see that she's basically unblackballed. I mean, let's keep it real. 50 Cent was the one who spearheaded this movement because he said that he was going to put her into some of his projects, basically put her on Power, one of the Power shows. And 50 Cent basically told the world that, like, he was going to be the person that got Monique unblackballed. Now, I don't know if he maybe threatened Lee Daniels behind the scenes, or if Lee Daniels just wanted to go ahead and jump on this bandwagon because, for one, in my personal opinion, Lee Daniels' career is on Floppiana. We gotta keep it real. When Lee Daniels had Empire come out, he was feeling himself. Y'all, you cannot tell Lee Daniels that his shit did not stink, especially because everybody was gassing his show up. Like, everybody wanted to be on Empire. After the first 3 or 4 episodes, like, Empire was a hit. Empire was a huge hit during that first season, and every single person wanted to be a part of it, and people that weren't a part of it, they were supposed to be a part of it, came out and said, oh, I'm supposed to have this role. Oh, I'm supposed to be this person. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing that. Y'all, the thirst was indeed real when Empire came out in Hollywood. Like, all these actors and has-beens were so thirsty to want to be a part of that project and claim that they were supposed to be a part of that project. But one thing's for true is that Monique was supposed to actually be a part of that project. Like, per her words, she said that he promised her the role of Cookie Lyons, which I believe, but you know, Lee Daniels came out and blasted her and said that was a complete lie. But now all of a sudden, you're apologizing to her because you need her. Also, let's keep it real. Jussie Smollett ended up killing Empire. He killed Empire and low-key killed Star as well, just because they were in close proximity. And now you see that after those 2 shows went off the air, Lee Daniels wasn't doing too hot in Hollywood. I don't think he has any projects out to speak of. So once again, he's down and out, and he's calling on Monique to bail him out. If you guys don't know, Monique is going to star in one of his new shows on Netflix, which is another full circle moment for her because she had a lawsuit with Netflix, and I guess this is another thing for them to like kind of amend fences with her as well, like have a nice working relationship and like smooth the bridge and probably end that lawsuit that I think she low-key won. The show that she's going to star in is called Demon House. I think it's supposed to be like an exorcism type of horror type of show, so to my surprise it's not going to be comedy. Monique does have range. I think she still has it, even though Precious came all the way out in 2009. I think she still has her tricks up her sleeve. She's also replacing Octavia Spencer in that show. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, what was the reason that she was replacing Octavia Spencer? Because I was coming from the viewpoint of Monique advocated for black women in Hollywood getting jobs, and it's like now here you are taking another black woman in Hollywood's job. But I did my research, and it's mainly because Octavia has a show on the Apple TV Plus, and there was like a scheduling conflict, so she had to go ahead and drop out. And I was just like, whew, thank God. But yeah, I sound pessimistic as hell in this video, but I just got to keep it all the way real. I just feel like, once again, Lee Daniels is calling on his friend by the name of Monique to help bail him out because that show lost the lead actress, and the next best thing was to call Monique. But I will say, I mean, there's a lot of other black women in Hollywood that would love that role, would love to star in a Lee Daniels show. But I will say, at the same time, he gets brownie points for amending fences with her, and now he looks like the good guy in Hollywood again, and therefore a lot of people are going to, in turn, support this show because they want to support Monique, and it's going to give him money and ratings, money in his pocket, basically. So it's like a win-win situation, but I kind of see right through it. It just comes off as very calculated to me. But yeah, y'all, now that Lee Daniels has apologized and 50 Cent already welcomed her with open arms, are Oprah and Tyler Perry going to do the same thing? Now, in my personal opinion, I think it would be a little bit easier for Tyler Perry to come around because I feel like out of everybody in Hollywood, Tyler Perry is probably one of the most genuine people in the industry. I mean, I never met the guy, but that's just what he gives. Like, he gives that he really does care about the people that work for him, even though we gotta keep it real. His content hasn't really elevated much of anybody but probably Taraji P. Henson, but I digress. But Oprah, on the other hand, I just think she needs to go ahead and just let that go. Just let it go. Like, I think the situation between Oprah and Monique is way deeper than what we see, especially because when she brought her family and her brother that abused her onto her show to talk about Monique, I thought that was just absolute foul, and she does need to apologize for that, but I don't think she is. And at this point, about almost 15 years later, Oprah meant to do what she did. And you see her for who she is, just go ahead and just move on. When people show you who they are, believe them. The situation between Monique and Oprah is a lost cause. Monique, you're back where you need to be. You're doing the damn thing. Just keep on striving and elevating and pushing forward and pushing through. Because honestly and truthfully, I never thought this would happen. I thought that her career in the industry was through. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about Lee Daniels apologizing to Monique. And do you guys think that Tyler Perry and Oprah are also going to follow suit? But those are my views, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to come back at you guys with some more content.